listening to Retro Station, a retro game podcast.
This episode, they're talking about Galaga. That's a really old game. Not David old, but still really old.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Retro Station, a retro games podcast. I'm David.
I'm Hilary.
I'm Steven.
And today we're going to be talking about Galaga for the NES, for some reason called Galaga.
Demons of Death.
It's very, metal. I don't know what's up with that.
I don't know. I don't remember it saying,
Demon of Death.
on the cartridge.
Yeah.
But,
on the
or
box.
Anywhere that I remember.
I don't know of any other version being called anything about demons or death, for that matter. Nonetheless, that's what they went with. So, okay. Wow.
I mean, those flies and butterflies are pretty terrifying.
Yeah, demonic.
Yeah.
Deathy. Before we do that.
They're all based off the death moth.
Ooh, maybe that's it. I don't know what the demon things. Anyway, have you played anything?
No. I've been sewing nonstop.
Sewing of death.
I've gotten
demonic
50
sewing.
shirts done and almost 30 dresses. I'm finishing up the last 4 dresses now. So
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
yeah.
Where are they? I don't even know where you're putting all these. There's apparently a lot of clothing articles. But that's got to be. Are they those? No,
They're in the tubs over there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I don't know why I'm talking about this. You people podcast cannot, even the video people cannot see this because it's behind the camera. Nonetheless, I'm just confused. I got confused and I had to resolve it or it was going to drive me nuts the entire episode. Whew. Okay, that's good. All right. Steve, did you play anything?
I did. With Galaga being kind of a easy pickup game, I did get some other stuff in between doing some commission work and also helping Hilary cut stuff. But a lot of the stuff that I played was last night. So I booted up my emulator and I played a lot of NES games. As well as some Game Boy games, just to reminisce, I guess. But I played... What did I play? I played Kirby's Dream Land for Game Boy, which I believe I've talked about before on this channel. And I beat it again. It was a lot more simple than I remembered as a kid. I looked up how long to beat it. Said it took about 45 minutes, and I feel like it was right about that it took.
Wow.
Maybe even less, I don't know. But I died maybe once.
Wow.
And there's a total of 5 stages, but the 5th stage is literally you just playing the 4 previous bosses again before going to King Dedede.
Okay.
Wow.
Another boss rush thing.
Yep.
Gotcha.
But it's pretty fun.
Yeah, I don't know if I played that or not.
But yeah, each level's maybe a couple minutes.
Right.
Yeah, and the bosses are pretty simple puzzles that just repeat the same thing over and over again, and you just got to hit them so many times with whatever they provide you with to hit them with.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It was pretty easy, but I don't miss it.
And then for the NES, I booted up Battletoads.
Oh man, the opposite of easy.
Which apparently they say it's pretty hard, but I got to the 4th level, whichever one is the one where you're driving in the car thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I got pretty far, almost to the end of that, but then I just couldn't. It gets really fast.
I hate that level. I hate that level of a passion.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
I passed all the ones where it shows where the thing's coming up and then it goes. But then it got to a point where you just have to jump over islands, and I didn't realize that, and I was on my last life, so.
I remember at some point I saw a video of some guy playing that and beating it, not looking at the game, but he knew where everything was and how to time it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Crazy how some people can do that or do stuff blindfolded or
how many hundreds of times must have done that level to have it just muscle memory. He doesn't even have to see anything.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, I played Battletoads for a bit. If you want Battletoads, make sure to call up your local GameStop and ask for it when it's coming back and stuff like that. Do you know that meme?
No, I'm not sure what you're doing.
That was a big thing. I think it was on Reddit or 4chan, but there was a whole big whoop-de-doo on GameStop getting called like almost every day asking for Battletoads.
Really?
Yeah. You have to look it up.
I was not in the loop on that. I thought that wasn't happening when I was working for them.
What else I played? I played Contra, talking about a hard game. I played for probably a good 45 minutes, and 30 of those minutes was just trying to beat the first level. And then the second level is like totally different. It's like because side scroller for the first level, and you get hit once and you're dead. And then the second level is like a third person shooter. You like aim forward and you can like duck, but you can't tell if you're like actually ducking under the bullets because the bullets just look like they're coming at the same level. And then sometimes there's an electric fence that you can't run forward or something. I don't know. But Contra, very hard. Harder than I remember.
Did you do the Konami code?
No.
Oh, Steve, this is Life Ultra. You need to do the Konami code.
What's the Konami code?
Up, down, left, right, BA, start. Gives you like 30 lives.
Oh, okay.
You got to do it.
I'll have to try it. Maybe I can beat the second level.
I don't even think that game is possible without that code. And even with that code, it's still not really very possible. It is possible, but it's...
Well, like I said, I died so many times on just the first level alone. You get like a whole bunch of different power-ups, but each power-up replaces the previous one, so you have to figure out which one you like.
Yeah.
One of the last power-ups is like the laser, and the laser is not good.
Like the spread shot.
Spread shot's good.
That's the way to go, because there's so many things you need.
Yeah. The flamer one is good, the one that like circles, because it's kind of like a spread shot.
Yeah, that's all right.
What else did I play? I swear I played some other stuff. Oh, my TV started working again, out of the blue. And I played Baldur's Gate 3. I did a few more missions into it. I had to, it was 2 years old. I'm going to spoil stuff.
Oh, Jesus, Steve.
If you haven't played it yet, it's tough. But
I played it. I'm not to the end of Act 1.
Okay. This is Act 3 stuff, so.
Yeah. Well, it'll be another 8 years before I'm there, so it's fine.
You'll forget.
Oh, well, I 100% will forget. I just skip ahead some amount, folks, if you don't want to hear. I don't know how long.
Yeah. So I'm in the lower city, and I found a basement, and I went down into the basement, and there's like a submersible, and you go in it, and then you're rescuing a parent of someone. I'll try to keep it somewhat mysterious, out of a underwater prison. And one of the big bads realizes that you're on the submersible and is like, haha, you can either turn back now because we have a deal, or if you continue, I'm going to blow up the underwater place. And so depending on what difficulty level you are on, me being on honor mode, I only had 5 turns to rescue as many people as possible, which is pretty ridiculous. I think you have like 8 turns on the regular one, which would have been super easy. But there's also bad guys there. So you're literally like trying to run past the bad guys and then open up the prison doors and then run back and try to kill them and make it back. I rescued maybe half of the people that I was supposed to rescue, plus the main person that you want to rescue, barely. Like I was lucky that I was able to dash and make it into the submersible at the last second. All my guys made it back, so that was pretty cool.
Can you just permanently lose a character that way?
No, you can resurrect them, but on honor mode, I didn't want to take any chances of losing the game.
Right.
So, just in case.
That's a lot more pressure.
Yeah. And then I'm trying to shut down like all these big machines that are protecting the city. And so that's what I'm on right now. But still pretty fun. I'm level 12 now, so I'm still gaining experience, which is weird. But I have nothing more to look forward to because you can only go to level 12.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure.
I think experience is its own reward.
Okay.
I'm not in D&D so much, but you know.
But yeah, I played a little bit more of Triangle Strategy. I got maybe another one battle in and an hour's worth of story.
Right on.
I think that's it. I can't remember if there's any other NES or Game Boy games that I dinked around with. But
I think I found out I actually have Triangle Strategy on Steam, and I wasn't aware. My back looks stupid.
I played Yoshi. Yoshi's something for NES.
Yoshi's Cookie?
Maybe.
Well,
It's like
there's
a puzzle game.
There's a game called Yoshi, and there's a game called Yoshi's Cookie. I think.
It's called
both.
Yoshi.
Okay.
But it was more like Tetris
Okay.
meets Tetris attacks, where you have the things that come down. You cannot rotate these, but once they hit the ground, then you can rotate the stacks.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
How was it?
Mm.
Yeah.
Is it okay for a puzzle game? Not my jam.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I played Yoshi's Cookie, and that one's also a puzzle game, I think, if I'm not confused. And I don't know. It's like there's rows already filled up, and you're supposed to like flip them and then either horizontally or vertically, and then I don't even know what you're trying to do. I didn't succeed. Whatever it was. I don't know what the hell I was supposed to do. I don't know.
I think that's it.
All right, cool.
I didn't buy any games.
All right. God, we went a whole week. That's awesome, dude. I mean, some of the sales are starting to creep back into Steam.
I know.
I mean,
They have some Final Fantasy stuff on sale.
like every Final Fantasy thing's on sale.
What was the one that almost tempted me? I don't know. You go into your thing, and then I'll interrupt you.
The one that tempts me is like I keep hearing about this on the Cult of Mush YouTube thing. Is like you can get Final Fantasy VII, and then there's a mod you can put in where fans have done voice acting for it, but it's actually like really good voice acting. So like full voice for the whole game, which is I'm tempted to try that sometime, but we'll see. I don't think I have 7, so I'd have to actually buy it.
Did you play anything?
I did. So I played more Bunk's Adventure, mainly to get footage for the video version of this. I was only going to play for a little bit because I usually do like 15-second clips. And I'm like, well, if I can get like 4 15-second clips that I can intersperse per out, that's pretty good. But having, played before, it was a lot easier this time. And not that it was simple. It's still, a challenging enough game, but I got all the way past like the second boss without game overing.
I wonder if part of that too is you were playing on the computer and versus
That
your
could
handheld.
be bigger screen, and the controls might be, the controller, I should say, could be slightly different in some. I'm sure it is. I can notice that, but it could be subtle enough. I don't know.
Yeah, Rockstar. When is this coming out? Before February 5th? I don't know.
Yeah.
If this does come out before February 5th, Rockstar's up to 80% off, right?
Oh yeah. No, yeah, that was good. Oh, hey, there are some of those bonus levels you were talking about, but you have to go in through doors to get them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like in the first level, some of the doors are actual doors that you can go through, and it'll take you to those bonus levels you were talking about. We just don't have the plant thing. So that's weird. Why did they... I know Nintendo can handle going in through a door, while the NES can't.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know.
Well, maybe they got feedback that people didn't realize that there were doors.
I certainly didn't the first time, so... then I played Magical Chase, the, as far as I know, most expensive game on the TurboGrafx. And I was right, it is a side-scrolling shoot 'em up. You are a witch. It's kind of like the Cotton series. I don't really super dig it.
You bought it, right?
You bought I bought a TurboGrafx and the game. Yeah, I just looked around on my couch till I found several $1,000s, and then I did that. When you start off, like, all your attacks are very like just about every enemy you have to hit several times to destroy it, which is very annoying in a shoot 'em up. But then there's like this floating hot air balloon, and if you fly into it, it's like a shop, and then you can pay money you get from gems that you got from killing bad guys to like up your speed or change the kind of shooting you do. So you can kind of upgrade yourself. I don't know. It's okay. It's not. Don't pay $1,000 unless you're just a collector and you want to have to collect it. Don't do that. Don't. If I'm gonna use the C scale. If I saw this on Steam, if it was like $1, the problem is if you want a witch flying around on a broomstick game, there's the Cotton series, there's the Death Smile series, both of which are much better. So, I mean, I have my witch shooter fix. Is that a specific genre? Maybe there's at least a few series, so maybe it is. I don't know. It's fine. Some people might like it. It's all right. It's not the worst thing. It's just not. It's better than D-Force. Or was that what it's called? D-Force?
D-Force was the shooter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better than that, which is a
What
low
was
bar.
it called again? I wonder if it is on Steam.
Magical Chase?
No.
Well, you can emulate it. It's easy. So, I don't think it's on anything else. Okay, so we didn't bring it up last time, or when we did the end of year thing. I actually did have a couple gameplay goals I had. One of them was so important I don't remember what it was. I have no idea. But the other one was I wanted to play one of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms games and get good at it and understand it, because I played one a long time ago on like the Game Boy. It might not have been Romance on the Game Boy. It might have been Nobunaga's Ambition. Anyway, Koei has this whole series of historical strategy games. So I played Romance of the Three Kingdoms 10 on the PlayStation 2. Boy. Okay, so I'm liking it. It starts off, if you are prone to be overwhelmed by options, before you start the game, you can decide what span of years you want to play in, because it's all based on Chinese history. And there's a lot of them. I don't know what any of them are, but you could do that. And then you want to choose what rank you start at. And you could be like the warlord. You could be like the leader of an area. Or you could be down. I chose a free officer. So I'm not really specifically aligned with anybody, but I can work for people. But there's a lot of them you can try. And depending on what you do try, you have different options. Then you go in, and this is like, I don't even know, just calling it a strategy game is adequate to describe this. Like, you are dealing with, I'm not even the leader, and I have to go around and I have to like, I can increase like the town I'm in, and there's a lot of towns, by the way, but the one I'm in right now, I can go and increase their farming or increase their tech or increase their trade. I can do things for the people in the taverns. I can do things for the king. I can petition the king to let me do things. All this other stuff. I can raise levels. I can hire soldiers. I can train my soldiers. I can talk to people and have them spark rebellion. I could personally betray someone. Jesus, I can cause unrest in a town if I spread word enough. You can make friends with people. You are married. And I started off a tutorial mode because I knew this was going to be a big game, although I don't think I realized quite how sandboxy it is. But like everywhere you go, it's kind of funny because they're trying to keep it in game. So like you'll go somewhere and be like, oh, you look like someone who's never been in a tavern before. Do you want me to tell you about the tavern? And you're like, yes, that would be fantastic. And so like there's one where this person's like, this is where you go to talk to your wife. It's like, man, if I don't know that by now, I don't know how long we've been married, but I'm pretty sure she's gone. But like, you look like someone who's never had a conversation. Would you like me to do that? Yes, please do. Blah, 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 blah. And if you want to leave the conversation, all you have to do is hit triangle. And he's like, oh, hit triangle. I see. That's very useful information. It's so goofy. It's goofy, but it's neat because if I can ever get the leader of this town to let me take my army to battle, which right now I'm not sure, because you have to pick what soldiers you bring, what generals bring, how much food you're bringing, and how much money you need to fund this thing. I don't know how much money you're supposed to ask for. So I'm like throwing stuff at the wall, hoping it'll work. And the problem is because I'm a free soldier and I'm not aligned, I'm basically just some dude who showed up and says, hey, let me go attack people for you. Give me food and money. And I haven't built up enough trust. I'm not starting at a good spot to do that yet. So far he's like now is not the time. But it's cool because you can do like field battles, and those could be like defending or attacking a place or just like out on the field. And it's, we're grid based. You have your different units, and it's like a rock, paper, scissors thing where like the horsemen are good against foot soldiers, the foot soldiers are good against archers, and the archers are good against horses. But there's neat stuff, like there could be rivers and you could try to go across them, but if you do, some of your men might get swept away. But some of those rivers have a dam, and if you can break the dam, you can cause that river to flood into parts of the battlefield that it wasn't before and cause problems to your enemies. There's all kinds of weird stuff. And then there's like a campaign thing, which looks almost more like a board game, because you have these little like standing pieces, and you go and it's just based on your stats, and you take different cities. I don't even know. I could probably talk about this an hour, not knowing what I'm talking about yet, and easily do it because there's so much stuff going on. The nice thing is, though, I'm just treating it like a sandbox. Like, I'm not worried. Like, I don't know if there's a time frame I have to get anything done in. So I'm just kind of going around and pulling levers and seeing what happens. And I don't know, man. It's fine. I like it. I just don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm heading towards anything, but I imagine one day I'll know. I'm not sure. But I dig it. It's cool. On Steam, I played a game called No Rest for the Wicked because this weekend, sadly, it'll be over by the time you hear this, they were allowing free play for this weekend. I usually don't even do those, but I decided to this time. And it plays a little bit Diablo-esque, but I think it has some like survival things. Like you can cook food and you can chop down wood to build things and all sorts of stuff like that too. I'm not to that point yet. I'm just going around finding things. I have a really stupid, they call it a helmet, but it's really a pillory. So it's just my head stuck through a board. But
Till 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah. But for some reason it helps. What is it usually? Like 20...
it's on sale right now, $23.99.
Okay.
Till February 5th.
Okay.
Just 40% off.
Yeah. But it's good. Like I really like the graphics. Pretty fun. It's you can easily walk into somewhere you shouldn't be yet. I've discovered on more than one occasion.
So it's a Souls-like.
I guess. So far it's not like that. I mean, I guess in that you could walk into something you're not ready for, but your average fight is not super ridiculously hard. I don't think. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know if I'll buy it or not, but it was fun to play around with. My character's name is Retrostatiania, and you choose your like world zone because I guess you can play online with people, and mine's called In Your Ears. So there you go. Listen to us. But anyway, it's fun. It's cool. I would recommend. You can't try it for free. I don't know. Maybe buy it. I don't know. See what you think. Wait till reviews come out, I guess. That's a good idea.
Looks pretty interesting. Well, I mean, it's got a lot of reviews. It says it has 18,000.
Oh, wow.
879 reviews, 86% very positive.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Yeah, I'm digging it so far. It's pretty neat. So we'll see. I'm already overly encumbered, so I'm running a little bit slower, but I have this giant mace, so I feel good about it.
Looks like Diablo-y.
Yeah, it plays kind of
Legends.
Yeah, it plays kind of like that. Exactly. So, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I like it. I just don't know. I don't know if I'm going to sell cash for it right now, but and the only other things I played, which I'll go into more later, is I played the arcade version of Galaga, and I played the arcade version of Galaga 88. And that's the big list. I played a lot this week. Anyway, news. Hilary?
Nope. Nothing happened.
No news about video games comes up when you're snipping away at Fabric? Nothing? Is any of your Fabric game related?
It is, actually, because the show I'm getting ready for is at anime and gaming conventions, so...
Before you list, they're all non-IP infringing versions.
Yes.
Yep. So
I done like Mario, Kirby. I've done some board game stuff. There's a little bit of D&D. There's pretty good range of stuff. So
yeah, it's cool stuff. I really like it. You should talk. Where can they find your stuff? Or can they find your stuff somewhere? No,
yeah.
It's over in those tubs over
Yeah.
bed, so just
I have
stop
some
by.
at my place.
Yeah, just come on by. Whatever. Say hi.
I don't have my finished stuff online, so it's kind of hard. Like it's mostly at shows right now.
So come to our town.
Yeah, the show that I'm getting ready for is Anime Washington and Washington State Gaming Expo.
That is a long name.
So
Should be cool though.
But it'll be at the Puyallup Fairgrounds February. It's either the 6th through the 8th or the 7th through the 9th. So it's the...
So if you come on the 7th or 8th, it is certain to be there.
It's a 3-day show, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's like the weekend of the...
So come to Puyallup. It's a town that you can visit.
It is.
It is.
Yeah, the 6th, 7th, and 8th.
What about you, Steve? Got anything?
Yeah.
All right.
Seahawks are playing the NFC Championship game today.
I guess.
Against the...
Whoa.
Against the Rams.
You're so angry about it.
Yeah. Well, so the NFC West had 3 teams in the playoffs. The Seahawks were the number 1 seed. The Rams were the number 5 seed. And the 49ers were the number 7 seed, I want to say. And so the 49ers beat the Eagles, which meant that because they were the lowest seed, the Seahawks had to play them. And we beat the 49ers for a second time, 2 out of 3 times. because you have to play within your own division twice during the regular season. And then we had to play them again in the postseason. The Rams beat, who did they beat? They beat Carolina Panthers, and then they beat the number 2 seed, the Bears. And now we have to play the Rams in the NFC Championship game. So they are division rivals, which is stressful.
Okay.
Because losing to the Bears is, I feel, not as bad as losing to watch like a rival go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because the winner of this game will go to the Super Bowl. At least we beat the 49ers. If we win, we go to the 49ers stadium to play the Super Bowl. So that's pretty cool.
I think what you're saying makes sense because bears are very large. And so any kind of hawk against a bear is kind of a mismatch. But Rams are a little smaller, still tough. But I could believe a hawk might do enough nicks to make it bleed to death.
Well,
makes sense.
I think in the 2 season games that we played, ignoring what he said, there was a score differential total of like 3 points. I think we lost to them the first game by 2, or we beat them by 2. I can't remember. And then we beat them the second game by 1 point. And so they are a tough matchup.
Everyone's going to be on the edge of their seat.
Yeah. But at least if the Rams win, there will be no fireworks.
That's true. There's probably like one Ram person out there who's gonna it's got like $8,000 worth of fireworks.
I don't know why. I mean, like, they're from California as well, so like you'd think there'd be a decent amount of Rams fans up here as there are 49ers, but apparently 49ers just love.
Everyone loves that Joe Montana. He's still playing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, love him. He's a great guy. Yeah. Well, I guess fingers crossed. When is that happening?
3:30 today.
Oh, today. Okay, so you'll know. God. We'll know if everyone's partying or super depressed later.
Yeah, and this will probably release before the Super Bowl, so
it'll be one team versus another in the Super Bowl. Which one are you picking? I'm going with another. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, so, and then on the opposite side is the Patriots versus the Broncos. So, which is interesting because if the Seahawks make it to the Super Bowl, they will guarantee face another team that they've already played in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
I assumed you were able to afford Magical Chase after selling your Super Bowl tickets because the Chargers lost.
Yeah. That's what let me do it. Yep.
That's your home team, right?
Yes. Yeah.
San Diego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the player whose name I knew from back in the 80s. Well, anyway, I can't recall. But
Rivers, that's the only Chargers person I know.
I don't know any current Charger. But at some point when I was in elementary school, I think I knew at least one of their names. My stupid ass joke earlier, based in some reality. So if anyone in the world knows less about football than me, it's my mom. She was a public school teacher. And they had like a football pool going in like between the teachers, right? And so the football coach guy would always be bragging about he knew this, he knew that. And my mom joined in, and every time she did it, she took the mascots, it's like which one would win, and she'd pick that way. And she beat the pants off the football coach. I mean, she dominated. So I'm telling you, you get in the mindset of a hawk or a ram or whatever, and it fuels your ability to play. This will not bear out if you look at the historical wins and losses. But that year, whatever that was, worked like a charm. I'm sure.
Yeah. There's this kid going around on TikTok where they have like 2 little helmets in front of her. And she was predicting the playoff games, and a lot of people do this. They have dogs, they have cats.
I was going to say, I'm saying it with like a gorilla or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this kid will be like, they'll look at him and they'll be like, the Chargers! And she'll hold it up and she'll yell. She is 1 for 9. So, every single one up until she picked the Patriots the last game. I forget who they played. But she picked the Patriots and the Patriots won. So hopefully the curse is broken because she picked the Seahawks. And so all the stuff on my TikTok is like, they'll show her like Seahawks, and there's like a Seahawks fan like, oh my God, no. So, but yeah, that's she's hilarious. 1 for 9.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wonder if people do this with their Madden games. I don't know if you can just do like watch a game, like have 2 CPU.
You can.
Because like when WrestleMania is coming up, sometimes I'll create the matches in the wrestling game, but I won't play them. Like I don't want to influence, and I just see who wins. I don't think I did it last year. I think I did the year before, but it's kind of interesting.
Did it match up?
It was all right. Some of them were right. It wasn't like overwhelming one way or the other, if I recall. I don't remember specifically, but
gotcha.
Yeah, so it's not really a good way to do it, but it's a way you can. You can do that if you like.
Yeah, I think the current odds are Seahawks win like 57% to 43%, so it's like super close.
Yeah, that's pretty tight. One weird.
It's probably only that because it's a home game, so don't drive through Seattle today.
Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. No.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's got to be a nightmare up there. Jesus.
But other news, non-sportsy news. I saw, and I sent it to you guys, the preview for the new Fable game, and apparently there's a lot of influence because if you're familiar with the older Fable games, you get like morale and stuff, and that makes you whether you're going to be an evil character or a good character, and it changes how people treat you and stuff. In the new game, apparently that morality is only witnessed by, it's not like a overall thing. It's like what people think of you, but also based on what they have in their own thoughts too.
Okay.
So like, let's say you buy up all the houses in a certain town, and now you're a landlord and you up the prices for your tenants and stuff like that. The rich people will like you.
Right.
But the poor people will not like you. So like, and there's different things, like if you're a witness doing something that could change morality for a certain amount of people. Apparently there's 1,000 characters that have unique like day-to-day things that they do. They spoiled one thing where like there's a giant, and depending on what you do with the giant, one of the things is you can kill them, and then their body becomes like a landmark, and it actually like tanks housing prices if you live near the dead giant. I don't know, but it's pretty
it's got to
interesting.
stick pretty bad for a pretty long time.
Yeah. But they have like blacksmithing, they have crafting and stuff like that. So it looks like it might be a pretty good game.
It looks really cool from that thing you showed me. Yeah, I hope it's great.
Yeah. I also saw apparently a little tiny glimpse of Kingdom Hearts 4.
Oh, I didn't know that was being shown.
Yeah. It wasn't much. It's just like a little clip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who is it? Do you know who's in it? Yeah.
No, I don't think I saw any like Disney characters. It's just like the main character.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Wow, that's cool. I had no idea they're making Kingdom Hearts 4. God dang.
Yeah.
I'm behind the times.
I knew it was coming, but
Yeah, I guess I'm not shocked, but I just suppose I hadn't heard something about it by now. But
it's like I think like, and it might be the clip that like basically like I just saw a clip of like where I think it was like just like voiceover, and then it was like Kingdom Hearts 4. I was like, okay, cool.
like I think it's like in super early.
right. Yeah, I'm sure that a game like that's gonna take a while to make.
What about you?
Yeah, so let's see. So they're excited to announce specifics for WWE 2K26. There's a few new match types, like there's an Inferno match, and there's a 3 stages of hell or whatever. I don't remember what all. And there's going to be 3 versions that they've announced, at least so far, available. There's a cover with CM Punk, there's the Attitude Era version, and a Monday Night Wars version. CM Punk's probably going to be the showcase mode, so you're going to go through his career doing various matches. It's going to even have his indie stuff, so I don't know if they're going to work with like actual wrestlers from the indie scenes that never made it to WWE, but you'll be able to do that. And there's even part of it where it's like, what if he never left in 2014? And so it does like a whole hypothetical. These are the things that might have happened with him. So that should be kind of,
That's cool.
yeah.
I did see, speaking of CM Punk, that him and AJ Lee are going to be on Hot Ones.
Oh, Okay, gotta watch that. Anyway, AJ Lee's his wife. Okay, so I love the Attitude Era, Monday Night Wars especially. That's fantastic, my favorite era. What I'm wondering though is because all these characters, for the most part, have been in the games before, or like the arenas have been in the games before. So I'm wondering if there's anything going to be actually special about this other than the cover, which doesn't even matter if you're not going to buy a physical copy. It's weird. I would hope there's some kind of story mode with that. That would be kind of cool to go take through key moments. What I'd really like that they're probably not going to do is have like a really in-depth like manager mode where you pick WCW or WWF at the time to run, and they would start with different strengths. So like WCW would start with not a very good roster, but a lot of money. WWF would start with a good roster, but not a lot of audience and not a lot of money. And, you know, if you could like adjust factions and like try to find out when the other companies, people's contracts are expiring and try to bring them over, you know, try to get Hulk Hogan to stop saying that doesn't work for me, brother. Every time you suggest he lose, try to get Bret Hart stop him from whining for a minute. Whatever. Like these, I mean, that's what I would like. I'd like to be really in depth where you book every show. I don't think they're going to go that crazy. That sounds almost like a whole separate game in itself. But I'm curious. What I'm wondering, though, is there are certain names that were big deals then that I don't know that they're going to have in this game. I saw a video showing some of the confirmed people, and they showed Mick Foley, a.k.a. Mankind, but he has recently just walked away from his Legends contract over political reasons. So I don't know if they locked him in before that or if they can keep him in there. Edge and Christian, I think, are both in AEW.
Well, with Mick Foley, it might be because like WWE is very well known for like owning rights over the wrestler's character. So
yeah, it could be. Yeah, it's an interesting. They might be able to say like we own Mankind, not Mick Foley. I don't know how that stuff works. It's weird. Sting also is in AEW. The Hardys, I think, are in TNA, which might work out because TNA and WWE are close right now. They're buddy. So I don't know. But there's a lot of names that would be kind of conspicuous by their absence if, you know, some of these things aren't worked out. I don't know if they can dish out enough money to Edge and Christian or AEW or whatever to get some of those names. But, I mean, yeah, they're a pretty big deal. So we'll see what happens. Moving on, let's see. Forza Horizon 6 is coming. I really, really, really like Forza Horizon 5. Base game is going to be $70. The deluxe edition, which has a bunch of different car packs, is going to be $100. If you want the premium version that will let you play a whole 4 days early, it's $120 for 4 days early. If you have the Game Pass, which lets you play,
I imagine you get the premium stuff as well.
Yeah, you get the premium stuff. If you have Game Pass, the thing that's going to let you play all these games from Microsoft for free on day one, if you want the premium, you still have to pay $60. You don't have to pay for the base game, but you'll have to pay $60. That sucks, especially because
pay for the base game and you have it, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you buy the base game only, you don't get the extra car packs. But you know, if you want to just play the base game and you have Game Pass, I think you can play that for free. But if you wanted the premium car unlocks, whatever they are, you have to pay extra, even though you have Game Pass, and Game Pass is more expensive now. That kind of sucks. I don't have Game Pass, that doesn't affect me, but I think it sucks for other people.
So normally you'd pay $30 to get the bonus stuff, where if you have Game Pass, you're paying $60.
Yeah, or you just get the bonus because I don't know. But either way, you have to pay a lot more. You have to pay a full game price, essentially.
Seems a lot to pay for a racing sim.
And here's a minor quibble. If you're going to let people play early, and it's Forza Horizon 6, make it 6 days early. What are you doing? Those 2 days aren't going to make a difference in your development. Come on. 6 days early.
Featuring over 450 cars.
Yeah.
Why do you even need to pay for extra cars?
You'll never race them all, but maybe there's something in there you want. I don't know. I want to get it, but I don't want to pay. I mean, I'm not saying it's not worth $70. I just don't have the cash to plunk down for that. I'll just keep playing 5 for a while. That's fine. Although that still goes for, that's not that marked down. Oh, that reminds me, the WWE game is supposed to have over 400 wrestlers. Keep in mind, there's going to be like 7 versions of Triple H, probably, and 19 versions of John Cena, and 42 versions of The Undertaker, or whatever. So I don't know if it's going to actually be 400 different names, but moving on from that. Expedition 33 now has more total awards than the previous record holder, Elden Ring. It has 436. Elden Ring has 435. So, new champion there. Man, no one's going to stop it. Expedition 33. Not for a while.
Have you played it yet?
I have not. I'm waiting until it's 500. If it doesn't get 500, it's not even worth my goddamn time. Screw that game. It didn't get the Steam Award. Hello. Why bother? I'm joking.
Are you playing Silk Song?
No, I don't have that.
Didn't that win Steam Award?
I'm not there. I haven't beat Hollow Knight though. I haven't beat Expedition 1 through 32 yet, so I'm a little ways off. I gotta
It's
play.
actually, you obviously haven't played it. Expedition
Sorry.
34 through 0.
400. I don't know. What was the highest number to start with?
There's Expedition 99, but it started with Expedition 0, and then it goes 99 to 34.
So everyone who is 0 years old died.
No.
Oh.
0 was just the first one. And then for some reason they decided to count backwards.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
A 0-year-old probably was like, oh, that's interesting. There's a 0. That was a weird year.
That was like the biggest giveaway that you haven't played it.
I know you're thinking. I'm just making a stupid joke. You're reading too much into this, Steve. Come on. I'm not that deep. Okay. All right. Somewhat personal news, but still video game related, both of these. I received a big box yesterday, and I had no idea what it was. Because at least 2 years ago, I want to say, I backed the board game Street Fighter V Champion Edition Legends, and that arrived. This is interesting because the game I backed when it was on GameBound, some point part right through, they're like, hey, we have to do this in an entirely different way. So we're scaling these things back, we're refunding you the difference, and if you want to cancel, go ahead, but we're totally changing whatever it was before. I don't even remember because this was a long time ago. Anyway, I was like, okay, fine, I still want to get it, so I got it. It arrived. So it is a 1 to 4 player cooperative game, ages 14 and up, plays in 30 to 90 minutes. There are 2 starter boxes, a red and a blue. There's also a green expansion box. I did not get the green one. Each box of the red or blue, if you have the GameFound edition, I don't think this is going to be the case for retail, but you can sometimes still get these GameFound editions elsewhere. Each box has 7 miniatures and 12 standees. The red box has miniatures for Ryu, Ken, Sakura, Karen, Ibuki, Rashid, and Dulcine, and acrylic standees for Gil, Seth, Jury, and Cullen. The blue box has miniatures for Chun-Li, Cammy, R, Mika, Zangief, Laura, Birdie, and Fang, and acrylic standees for M. Bison, Vega, Balrog, and Sagat. So, yeah, I don't know. It's cooperative. It's
Do you have to build them?
I have not opened the box, but I don't think so. I think they're
unpainted.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I don't know if they had a painted level, but if they did, it would have cost a lot more, and I probably wouldn't have gone for that. But I don't think they did. So
yeah, board games normally come with models assembled but not painted.
Yeah, because board gamers who don't play miniature games are usually not ready for the building thing. I have like an Aliens game I haven't put it together yet that has models that you have to put together, and apparently like they're not even like easy models to put together. So I feel bad for anyone who just board games and bought that and they were like, oh Jesus.
You want a board game that has horrible models put together? Kingdom Death Monster.
Yes, yeah. It's rough. Yep. But that's also not easy to get a hold of anyway. So, and then the other kind of personal but still game related news is I'm reading / actually listening to the book Service Games: The Rise and Fall of Sega by Sam Pettusa, Pettusa. I'm not sure I'm saying that right. It's good. I'm glad I'm not reading it because there's a lot of like businessy stuff that I think I would start to glaze over if I was reading it. Listening to it though is fine. It's interesting, and it is just like a series of mistakes. Like after they got to like the top of the heap with the Genesis for a while, then they were just like, let's do something a little stupid. Let's do a little stupid. Let's do big stupid. Hold on. Wait, another big stupid to make up for the other little big stupid. Oh, wait, no, let's go a little. No, big. No, little. Over and over and over and over and over and over and over. Which is like, man, the degree to which they were doomed. And part of it, too, is like you have Sega of Japan and Sega of America, right? And it's like, they're obviously connected, but it's like they almost are trying to do separate things and fighting with each other about it. And so for a while, Sega Japan's like, yeah, do what you want at USA. And then they're like, no, we do what we want. And so things kept like shifting. It's a disaster, but it's an interesting book. So I recommend reading if you like reading business stuff or listening to it. Pretty good. I don't have the narrator. I didn't take it down his name, but he's pretty good. So Yeah, it's interesting. I'm like a little over halfway through. It's like a 17-hour long thing. So
Yeah.
it's not tiny, but interesting.
Going back to Street Fighter, the trailer for the movie has come out now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because you mentioned a previous...
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weirder than I pictured when you were talking about it.
It's weird.
I think it looks like they put like a thin layer of CGI over everybody somehow. Like
It's kind of like the movie 300 in a way.
Yeah, I could see that. But like very brightly colored.
Like they use real people, but they make it like comic-y.
Yeah. It's very interesting. I want to see it if it's very good or very bad. Like, I don't want in the middle. I want it to be one of those extremes, and I will absolutely watch the shit out of that. I'll probably watch it either way, but
I'm sure it'll be pretty campy.
it's gotta be, right? It's so like over the top in its looks.
I don't know if I'd want to spend the theater money for it. But...
No, probably not. I'll probably stream it at some point. I would, if it was like for rent on Amazon for sub $10. I don't know what they rent for on Amazon, honestly, but I'd probably check it out there. But if I can stream it for free, it's so much better. Right. So, but I am curious to check it out. If nothing else to talk about it here, I think it'd be interesting to talk about. It's got some cool people in it.
That'd be kind of a fun bonus episode of like comparing this to like the 93 year.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta watch that one too. I watched part of it at some point, but I think I was like half paying attention because I was like, this is weird, man. Like, so, yeah, I'll watch it at some point for sure. I just don't know when. Well, I don't have either high hopes or low hopes. I just don't even know what to think of it. Having watched the preview, I'm just like, that's the way they went. I have no idea. So
I looked up a little more on the Kingdom Hearts 4.
Okay.
Apparently, it was announced in April of 2022.
Jesus,
Development began January 2020.
Okay.
New screenshots were released in 2025 after the cancellation of the mobile game, which was Kingdom Hearts Missing Link, which was intended to bridge the gap. Square Enix, Unreal Engine 5, Tetsuya Nomura is the director. Apparently, it'll feature some new combat mechanics, like build and the new Keyblade keychain functions. Apparently, there might be a teaser for a Star Wars world, because there was an AT-ST foot hinted in one of the trailers. It says there's no official release date, but they are speculating 2026 or 2027.
Okay. Wow. I'm surprised I've heard nothing about this before. That's weird. All right. Well, cool. That's good. Neat. I'm sure it'll be pretty great. You can get like a lot of those. Right now Square's doing their sale anyway, and then you get all kinds of Kingdom Hearts stuff on sale, but I'm sure it'll happen again too. So if you need to catch up,
also emulate them pretty easily.
Yeah, definitely. Which is probably more likely what I'll do. But if you want to be all honest about it, buy them, you could do so. I think we've owned all the Kingdom Hearts, so I don't feel too bad playing on emulation.
All the system ones, yeah.
Yeah, the system ones, yeah. So, anyway.
Non-system ones?
Well,
not PC or...
PC or like the handhelds.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Any other news, guys?
Nope.
All right, so to our main event, we're talking about Galaga.
Galaga is a 1981 first shooter video game developed and published by Namco, originally for Japanese and European arcades. Then it was distributed by Midway Manufacturing in North America. Apparently it's a sequel. I did not know that.
Is Galaxian the previous one?
Yeah.
I didn't know they were actually technically sequels. I just knew they were both sort of similar.
Yeah. You control a starship tasked with destroying the Galaga forces in each stage. Like I said, developer was Namco. Midway in North America. Director was Shigeru Yokoyama. It's from the Galaxian series. Originally arcade. When was it released on the NES? Looks like in 1984. It was regarded as one of the greatest video games of all time, which is pretty interesting. It's pretty basic.
Yeah.
So it's a fixed person shooter. So unlike D-Force, where you are constantly moving, I guess, the stages come to you where you are just on the bottom edge going back and forth, and the stage is set up with the aliens, and then the aliens come to you, or you have to dodge them or dodge their bullets or whatever they drop. I assume they poop on you. I don't know exactly. They don't look like
Bugs are just pooping on you.
Yeah.
No wonder they're considered so evil. They poop on everyone.
So the player controls a lone starfighter at the bottom of the screen, which must prevent the Galaga forces from destroying all of mankind. The objective of each stage is to defeat all the Galaga aliens, which will fly into formations from top and sides of the screen. They will dive towards you. Sometimes they will circle around you and go back up. Sometimes they dive past you and come back up from the top and take their place. A lot of the time they're just sitting in formation and you can shoot them pretty easily. A lot of them only
You do get more points if you shoot them while they're flying around them.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Oh,
That's interesting.
Very good.
So
We're like,
for those people that want the high scores,
Yeah, well, I mean, that was
You
the
gotta-
thing. You got to get your name on that, especially at the arcade. You had to have your name on there.
I just tried to clear it as fast as I could and just shoot them. I mean, that's interesting.
You don't understand how important it is that you get your name on the high score and you can write your initials as DIK or ASS
Yeah.
or FUK or.
The sprites were pretty basic. There was like a fly, a butterfly, and then like I think they call them scorpions. But they're like I don't know how to describe
One
them.
was like kind of like a bee. They're like the blue and yellow ones were kind of like a bee, I thought.
More like a bee,
Yeah,
maybe.
like they had like stripes on them. So
I guess. But yeah, the butterflies I think kind of went in a weird pattern and then came up from the top. And then sometimes they'd shoot like little arrows at you. The flies would go like in circles around you sometimes and then go back up. And then I guess they considered these the bosses, the scorpion ones, where they would shoot out like a tractor beam. And what's interesting is obviously you don't want to get hit by the tractor beam. That's the main point. But if you do, and then you're able to kill the boss that took your guy because he like keeps it there, then you could get dual shooter mode where you had double shooters.
Yep.
Can't get past dual, but that was kind of a trick.
That's like mind blowing back in the day.
Yeah.
That's got to be. I have two now? What?
Because there's
Crazy.
no other perks that I recall.
Like power ups or anything?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it's just that. Which it's risky to do that because you're easier to hit too. Like,
yeah.
so.
The dual fighter did have a larger hitbox. It mentioned.
There are some like bonus stages, but
Yeah.
like and like those like you can't get a perfect score on unless you have the dual ships. So
That makes sense.
Yeah, they just like they just go across the screen and then you have to shoot them all, and they don't come back. It did get a pretty positive reception. Allgame gave the arcade a 5 out of 5, gave the Wii a 5 out of 5, but they gave the NES a 2.5 out of 5.
Wow.
GameSpy gave it an 8 out of 10. Joystick gave it 80%. It says Galaga was met with acclaim, with many applauding the addictive nature, gameplay structure, and innovative improvements over its predecessors. Computer and video games praised the challenge and improvements made over Galaxian. In 1998, retrospective review, All Games said the strategy stood out amongst other games of its type, describing the gameplay as perfectly balanced shooting action. Reviewing the NES home version, GameSpy called Galaga a must-play for arcade freaks.
Wow.
Yeah.
A little derogatory.
Praising the port's accurate representation of the arcade version in terms of graphic, sound effect, and gameplay, which is pretty simple.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of it? I played this game a lot when I was younger, and I felt it was a pretty good challenge. And I usually made it pretty far as a young kid, but then when replaying it recently this week, it seemed a little simple in ways.
Simple as in like not hard, or simple as in not complicated?
Not the same thing.
Like Romance of the Three Kingdoms 10 is complicated, but I don't know if it's easy or hard.
Maybe both. Like I felt it was easier than when I was a kid, and it didn't seem as complex as that I remembered it. If that makes sense, because it really is just. But I mean, I also didn't try it to get the more points from them falling and shooting them while they're falling. I always just tried to clear the stages as quickly as possible and move on. Yeah. There's never any like big bosses. It's just the stages are pretty repetitive. Like the first stage is always the first stage and things like that.
I think they start shooting more as you go.
Yeah. For older versions, there's actually a no-shoot trick. So on the first stage, you start off as normal, and then like there's 2 waves of bees, like the blue and yellow ones that come in. If you leave the second wave alone, and then just don't shoot at anything and just dodge for like 5 to 10 minutes, supposedly, then they stop shooting at you and they don't shoot at you the rest of the game. So you just have to shoot at them and miss them dive bobbing you.
Really? That's wild.
Apparently. Like I saw a video where they showed it. I tried it on ours, but it's an emulator, so they got rid of it in later versions. So I think our emulators don't have that capability, but like on like the original NES one,
yeah,
they had that.
Wow, that's a neat trick.
So
I wonder if they did put that in on purpose, or if it was like an accidental, just weird programming thing. How far do you guys get in this? Like the furthest I got, I think I got to the 6th level was the best I did. I usually do not get that far. Do you guys have any idea how far in you got?
I think I got to like stage 4. I injured my thumb this week, and so it was very hard to play this game.
Yeah, our youngest child tried to burn the house down twice.
Oh, yeah. So
it's very calming.
I made it pretty far. Probably double digits, if I recall.
Wow, good job.
Yeah.
This game baffles me because like I like shoot 'em ups, and this is basically just an extremely early shoot 'em up. And I like bullet hell shoot 'em ups where there's like hundreds of bullets on the screen. Right? I can weave my way through some of these. Here I think the most bullets I saw was maybe like 3, and I swear to God, despite going in a straight line, I swear to God, somehow they're heat seekers and they hit me every time. Wherever I'm moving, wherever I'm planning to move next, that's where they shoot. I don't know how it happens. It's psychic. It's creepy. That I cannot dodge the 3 bullets on the entire screen. I don't understand. This should be the simplest shit ever. I should be able to like play like half paying attention and never die. I cannot do that. Part of it though is you only have 2 shots on the screen at the same time if you're a single ship. I don't think you can have more than that visible on the screen. That's why when they're swooping around, if they're like right on top of you practically, you can shoot a bunch of them really quick. But if they're like way up there, you just 2 shots and then 2 shots. So I'll blame that. My firepower is not adequate either. But like, what's going on? Well, actually part of it though, in bullet hell shooters, usually it's just the very center of your ship. That's the hitbox. So if things clip your wing, you're fine. This one, if something hits any part of your ship, you're blowing up.
Yeah. You also can't go you can't go up and around. It's just back and forth.
Yeah, so you're limited for sure. And sometimes if you forget that those guys are flying in loops, like they'll go down and you'll think you're done with them, and you move over and then you comes up right underneath you if you're not careful.
That got me a few times.
Apparently there was a bug in the original arcade version.
Oh.
If the player completes stage 255, that should tell you how many stages always are, the maximum unassigned 8-bit integer, the next stage would be announced as stage 0, and depending on the dip switches on the arcade, the game resets. plays the level incorrectly, locks up, or plays the wrong difficulty. Apparently it was known as the kill screen.
Yeah, a lot of those old games had a kill screen like that. Like I know Donkey Kong did, for one. I don't know what it is. Like the old games for some reason could not get past a certain number, a lot of them, and I have no idea why that would be.
Yeah.
I think it'd be easy enough just to put the next number on the screen. They can only make it so much faster every level. You think at some point it'd cap out, like, literally we can't make it faster than this.
I was watching something about, unrelated to this game, about cheat codes on video games and how they were originally put in there for testing. So like extra lives or whatever. So because they didn't have ways to like necessarily jump to certain stages and things like that. So you'd give yourself extra lives until you could get to the stage, and so you could test it out and things like that, and test out different things. And then apparently people are like, well, why didn't they just take out those cheat codes, right? And apparently they became like load bearing upon the game as they developed it, so they couldn't like just remove them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I mean, this is, like I said, it's one of the very early shoot 'em ups, basically.
Right.
Very early. And I think because it added some complexity that Galaxian didn't and Space Invaders didn't, it's possibly, even though it didn't invent the genre, it's possibly more influential than those are. But I mean, since then we've had, a huge number of these shoot 'em ups, and some of them very popular, some big series. But Galaga is still one that I think people know and still go back to, despite that we've come really far and done a lot of different things in that genre. Do you guys have any idea why that would, like, what it is about this one that still pulls people back, even though it is, like you said, it's relatively basic? Like I've been trying to like piece together like what is it about this like that does it?
Yeah, I think some of it is just name recognition, and because it's simplistic, it's one of those games that's easy to recognize.
Yeah,
because it was set in so many different arcades, like some of those other games, they just weren't around enough. Where this one, like if you went into an arcade, you would definitely see this.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah, this is probably more popular because of the arcade than it is for the NES version.
Yeah.
Because like you were saying, you walk into an arcade, you expect Pac-Man, you expect Galaga, you expect Street Fighter, you know what I mean? Those type of things.
Yeah, that's a good point. You mentioned like the recognition. One thing I think is weird about this is, if you look at Galaga in the arcade or any other place, like the way the title's written is a very specific, very recognizable thing. And for the NES version, they like threw that out the window. It looks very different. They don't use any of the art from the arcade cabinet. They add a subtitle.
Demons of Death.
I don't understand that choice, because if you're just scanning game boxes, I think it would stand out to you a lot more if you saw that very familiar logo that you see in the arcade. I don't know what they were doing with this. Like, I don't understand.
I remember this.
Yeah, the one that you're trying. Yeah,
but
that's
is
like
that not the NES one?
No, like the box is real weird. It's like this weird boxy, I think green letters. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's probably sitting right behind us.
Great.
Yeah, like it doesn't. Oh. Like if I'm just scanning, I wouldn't.
It looks like it would be a different game.
Yeah, and with the subtitle too, I'd be like, oh, that's some weird version of Galaga. It's not like the arcade, but it pretty much is. It's so weird.
That's weird, because I think when it comes up on the screen, it's this.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Maybe I just never paid attention to the box. I mean, I was, under 10.
Yeah.
When I was playing this, or around 10 or under, so I probably didn't pay attention to what I was putting in the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it's definitely something that's also it's gone into like pulp culture and all that stuff. Like it would, they mentioned it in Avengers and.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that man playing Galaga? Like,
that man's playing Galaga.
Yeah.
Thought we wouldn't notice.
Yeah.
But we did.
It was in Pixels movie that we mentioned before.
One thing I think is weird too about this, between like the late 70s and the early 90s, at least here in the US, we had a phenomenon going on known as the Satanic Panic, where people thought there were satanic cults everywhere and everything was like a symbol of the devil, and everyone, well, not everyone, but a lot of people were like freaking out about this. And then you take Nintendo, who made Konami take the crosses out of Castlevania because of the religious imagery. Even the things you throw that are crosses, they made them call them boomerangs, even though they're clearly crosses. But Galaga comes and it's like, we're going to add
Demons of Death.
Now, I don't think this ever got called out by the Satanic Panic posse, but like, what a... this whole game, the marketing, I should say, not the game itself, the marketing of this is so freaking weird. Like, you think they'd be like, oh, this is probably not a good idea in the US at the time to add this demons thing. I mean, they did it. I guess they were too busy looking at like metal music and D&D at the time. Maybe they weren't looking at the video games. I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like video games didn't get blamed until mid-90s.
Yeah, when good old Night Trap and Mortal Kombat came out, then Doom, then video games were the devil. You have to have a devil at all times. Mm-hmm. I don't think video games were there yet. I just thought it was kind of odd. Like, what a choice when you did not have to put that on there to do it during that particular era. I don't know.
It's interesting too, the box art, the person, I don't know, that character on it. Mm. Hopefully you put it up here so people can see. That doesn't look like anything like the
yeah
any of the bad guys.
It's like they're trying to modernize it, I guess, but then it also makes it not recognizable.
Right.
Like if you want Galaga, I don't think you need to change it a bunch. Like, you know what it is. Like, I don't know.
I wonder if their thinking was like, because it was so prevalent in arcades, they were trying to get. They're like, well, if we make it look different, people will think it's a different game and want it for home.
Yeah, maybe. Did either of you try the arcade version? I played it because I wanted to compare and contrast. It really does play very similarly. It's a little like the... some of the colors are different. Like the bullets are a little different color. The sound is different. But the general gameplay is basically the same. I mean, the sound's just a little punchier. Like when you blow up, it sounds more impressive and whatnot. But it really is a pretty faithful arcade trend. Like if I didn't play them back to back, I wouldn't have been aware of what the differences were, I don't think. So they did get it as far as that goes. I did also play Galaga 88, which is a little spruced up version. That one's kind of neat. When you first start out, you can decide to have your one ship and 2 lives, or the double ship. You can start with the double ship and have 1 life. Every time I did that, my double ship, one of them got killed in the first swarm of bad guys that came out. So it was not good. But also there's background. So like there was like a space station or something. And then when you beat the first level, the space station's closer to you. The gameplay is still the same. Some of the bad guys are a little different, but it's, it's graphical and sound update. I think there's different backgrounds too. It looked like there's different stages. It still probably doesn't change the gameplay any. It's just that you have cool backgrounds to change things up, but pretty much the same other than that. I'm kind of surprised. I don't know if that came home to any home systems or not. I'm kind of surprised if it didn't, but I don't remember ever seeing it for anything. I might not have been looking for it, so who knows. But I feel like they did a lot of Galaga remakes and stuff like that over the years too, but those are the ones I tried.
I have the How Long to Beat.
Oh boy.
It says, and I'm quite confused on this, but it says main story is 47 minutes, main plus extra is 2 hours, and completionist is 2.5 hours. I don't know what extra there could be, unless it was like different difficulties, maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. And like it's 47 minutes the time it takes you to get to level 255 or whatever that was, the kill screen. I wonder if they're counting as complete.
Yeah.
And extra. I don't understand.
I was gonna say, it seems weird since it's a game that basically doesn't have an end. So.
Right.
I'm trying to remember. So I don't know if you guys ever watched the King of Kong documentary, where the guy was like trying to have like the world record and points in Donkey Kong, and there was disputes over it, whatever. And you get to the kill screen. I feel like he would play it for several hours before he got to the kill screen, and I can't imagine Galaga would be that different. I still think it would take. I would think it would take longer than 47 minutes to go through 255 levels.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, but you can only shoot so many bullets. You can only be so good at this. I don't know. That's interesting. I want to find out now. I don't think we ever will. But
Well, because I feel like, I don't know, like, were you doing levels in under a minute? You would have had to. But you had to really do it under 47 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to do it in like 10 seconds or something. Like, I don't think that's possible. That can't be level 255. Maybe that's when like the difficulty maxes out. Like if it only gets so fast and that's where it plateaus.
Yeah.
I'm guessing. I don't know.
I wonder if there's any background to this. I don't know about as far as replayability in this type of game. How long is Galaga? When focusing on the main objectives, Galaga is about 47 minutes in length. If you're a gamer that strives to see all aspects of the game, you are likely to spend around 2.5 hours to obtain 100% completion. But then it says Galaga will take you approximately 1 day to complete if you play for 1.5 hours a day while focusing on some extra content.
I don't know what any of that means for this game.
No.
I don't understand.
Because if like, you know, if you try and look at it, they're like, it has no traditional main story.
Yeah.
Maybe complete means you've seen like all the different types of, because I know some stuff gets like you have to hit it a couple more times, then they change colors, and you know they do certain patterns. Maybe it starts to repeat itself and it's considered complete after you hit a certain stage or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah, I was always assumed that this did not have like a true ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. That's just baffling. I don't know. You have a whole list of all the system cheats.
Maybe it's just that's how long people play before they stop.
I'm done now.
But as far as replayability, getting high scores, seeing as far as you can go, it's not really one that, if it was made today, I would pay a lot of money for. I don't think, because there are so many different shooter bullet. What do they call them?
Bullet hell.
Bullet hell that I would consider better than this.
Yeah, it's a game that like I would think of like it almost more like a phone game.
Yeah.
That's like you pay like it's either free with download paid content inside the game, or like you maybe pay like $2 or $3 for. And
there have been times where I've kind of started this game up just to play it when I had like a few minutes to kill, but I'm not really interested in getting so good at it that I get like into the hundreds of levels. Like that's not why I've picked to play this game when I pick to play it. It's because it is very simple. I'm gonna probably die in not too long. I can just kind of do something for a little bit. It's fun, but since like we've kind of moved away from high score being this like thing that people cared about, like it's just kind of like there's not even any progression. Like maybe the Galaga 88, you could get through all like the different backgrounds, and that'd be kind of interesting because you have changes, and it'd be cool to see the new levels. But with just basic Galaga, it's like a real short time killer for me, and I would do that. I would use it for that for sure. So I guess I would go back to it. It's just it's not something I'm not going to try to get good at this game really. I'll just play it when I got a few minutes.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because as far as replayability, I'd be like, something to pick up in the downtime, right? But as far as recommending it, I feel like you have to, because it is so nostalgic. But I would probably recommend, if you have like a local arcade, to go and play it there, or emulate it. Yeah. Because I don't know that necessarily going out and finding the NES version and doing that.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a lot more fun to play it on the arcade version.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, the thing is, this game is made for you to like stand there for probably a short while, plunk a couple quarters in, and then you move on to the next game most likely. Like it, when you take that kind of game and you bring it home, I think it loses a little bit of it's like it's a good game but in the wrong place or something, like a bit. At least at this time. At that, back in the day that was different. I played Atari 2600, so I probably would have played this stuff all day if that's what I had.
Well, it's like me and before you were in the room, before we were recording, me and Steve were talking, because I had never played Galaga before. And part of that is because like I didn't go to arcades.
Right.
Where I grew up, I think there was basically one arcade, and it was kind of attached to like a family fun center. So it was like mini golf, ice skating, stuff like that. And so like the little area and then the area that did have the arcades, like it was kind of similar to a Chuck E. Cheese, where like they had their video game section and they had other like ball shoots and whatnot where you could get tickets. So when I did go there, I normally focused on the stuff that I could get tickets.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So
yeah,
you know, so like so a lot of the arcade games like I never played. So
yeah. I mean, whenever I played, the only time I probably played this in the arcade was either when I was very little, or if it happened to be an arcade machine in an odd place. Like every once in a while, back then you'd have an arcade game in a grocery store, maybe then, but
my parents won't give me money to
yeah,
play this. So
yeah, there's an arcade nears. By the time I was going to the arcade to go to the arcade, I was probably trying to play like the most cool, like fancy looking thing I could, which wouldn't have been Galaga at that point. You know what I mean? Like it wouldn't have been. There's already we'd already moved past that level. I mean, it's still a fun game. I probably would have still liked playing it, but just me at that time being super into graphics, I'd have been like, oh, that one's so much prettier, or whatever it is, and gone that way.
Yeah, it kind of depends on if you went with friends to the arcade. You're playing probably fighting games or co-op games, where Galaga was very much a single player game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to listen to the pew 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 and over there you hear finish him. It's like that sounds more intriguing in a lot of ways. So
did you guys ever, because when you start it up it does ask if it's 1 or 2 players. Do you
it's
alternating?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like when you play
like when
Mario
you hand off the controller and
yeah.
stuff.
So that'd be weird. I wonder if you could bug into each other.
Yeah.
That'd be terrible. You have to sit to one half of the screen because if you crash, oh god, that'd be terrible. I don't know that that's how they would do it, but what a disaster that would be. That'd be nice though, having someone else take this, shoot some of those guys. I would appreciate that. That'd be great.
Yeah.
But
as far as I remember from when I was a kid, it was back and forth.
yeah, I'm sure that's
sense.
the case. Well, okay then.
Prices?
Yep.
Yeah. So for the NES version, loose, I have it at $16.26. Complete jumps up quite a bit, $50.57. And then brand new shrink wrap, $209.82. $16 for a video game of this caliber is probably okay. And then graded, one sale was $869. But here's an interesting thing. So if you can get it loose and then you can get the box and the manual, it is quite cheaper than getting the complete. So you could turn around and sell it. Yeah, because the box is $17.25 and the manual is $9.49. So out the door, you'd probably be, what, 10, 20, 30, 40? You'd save about $10.
Dang. I would only do if I had 2 copies of the game and one of them was pristine, I would maybe get it graded then. I wouldn't take a game that I have a sole copy of and get it graded or buy a graded one. I don't. Yeah. And we talked about not really getting that thing. I just don't think I'd do it. I looked up another price.
I looked up another price too.
Oh,
Go ahead.
If you wanted the original stand-up arcade machine, I'm not talking about the one-up remakes, the actual stand-up original arcade machine, this is probably a ballpark price, $3,749. I didn't write it down, but I think if you wanted the cocktail table version, I think that was like $32 something. So it's a lot of money. The stand-up cabinets are like at least a couple £100 too. So I would love to have an arcade room. I want to have an arcade room, and I would be happy to have this in there. I can have an arcade game. We don't have room for an arcade room, and I don't have money for arcade games. But if I did, if all those things were the case, I'd probably get Galaga. I think that's one I'd get in there.
If you wanted to support Bandai Namco, you could purchase this on Steam.
Oh.
The arcade game series version Galaga. Apparently this one was released in April of 2016. If you didn't want to emulate it, I guess. Not on sale is $3.99.
I'd rather pay $3,000 plus for it. Yeah, that's the way to go.
Or you can get the 3-in-1 pack.
Oh boy.
Where you get Galaga, Pac-Man, and Dig Dug for $7.99. It's pretty good.
That's not bad.
On Steam.
Yep. This is not a bad deal. Yeah, sure. I like those arcade collections. Pretty neat. Okay. Well, there you go. Go get your copy if you want one in whatever format you'd like.
I'd recommend either picking up the $3.99 version. I think that's pretty decent.
Yeah, that's
if you have Steam.
Yeah.
And that's about the price I was thinking of when I was talking about it being a phone game. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. or emulate it.
Yeah.
But I think it's definitely one that you should try because it did make a name for itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And despite the fact that it looks simple, it is still challenging. It's still not a simple game, I wouldn't say. I mean, you did a lot better than me, so you might disagree, but yeah, I think it's still got plenty of challenge. All right. Well,
What are we moving on to?
All right. Well, we got to figure out what we're playing next time. And this time we had to bring picks that were on the Dreamcast, and they had to be from IPs. Boy, that's an unusual list to pick through. I feel like I said that with the Dreamcast horror games too, and I'm starting to wonder, is the Dreamcast library just a weird one to pick through? Like, I don't know. I didn't feel like it was at the time, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it just is a weird one to pick through.
I mean, I think you are definitely wrong.
I think Sega's just
Weird.
good.
I mean, they are, well, now they put out like really popular games like the Yakuza series and stuff like that. And
Which I
Persona.
own, but I haven't played.
Yeah, I've one of them. I like a dragon.
This is the one I have.
Yeah, I think that's super cheap, but it's supposed to be really good, but I haven't played it. Anyway, enough about Sega for the moment. Well, not really. Enough about Sega.
Here's 9 Sega games.
As a large company thing, enough about Sega. Let's talk about specific Dreamcast IP picks. I don't think any of these were published by Sega, so in a way, we're still getting away from them. I could be wrong. Hilary, do you want to talk about what games you brought for this?
Sure. So my first one is a kind of light puzzle game, and it's Hello Kitty Fruit Park.
It's Japanese, right? It's a Japanese one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then my next one is The Grinch. So right around playing as Grinch, just down Christmas.
Right on.
And then my last one is Wacky Racers. So it's a game based off the cartoon. Did either of you guys watch the cartoon?
I think I saw it maybe like once.
Wacky
I'm aware of it existing.
Racers?
Yes.
Yeah. And
With Snively or...
yeah, I don't remember.
then-
I can't picture some of the characters.
Yeah.
The Hanna-Barbera cartoon
Yeah.
back in the day, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've seen this.
I think I may have had a Wacky Racers game on like Game Boy Advance, but I think it was very different.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. But
Which one's your iffy pick?
Yeah, I'm really not sure here. I don't know if any of these are good. I
Yeah.
don't know anything about the quality of these games. Honestly, I really don't. So, which ones were you saying are good? If I'm just out of curiosity. You're like,
I mean, it's IP, so they can all be iffy. So,
all right.
yeah, like just kind of, I'm curious. The one I'm most curious about is the Wacky Racers because it, like, I didn't see too much video of it, but like I kind of got the impression that it's a little bit more like kind of like the Mario Kart, like the party racer games, like Mario Kart Party,
yeah,
Mario
I'm sure.
Kart, and so that. So
That would make sense.
yeah,
It seems like it'd be like kind of theme for that. All right, Steve. What about you?
I picked games. I picked 3 of them.
All right.
I definitely have an iffy game. The other 2 games are pretty well known, I guess, amongst gaming.
Mhm.
So the first one that I picked was Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Obviously, Capcom is video game-esque, but Marvel is the IP side of it. And if you really look at it at a whole, the whole game is IP, considering you're getting characters from all sorts of different IPs thrown together, making them fight.
Mhm.
And then the second one, not listed, shame on David for not realizing this is an IP, but
What?
he realized it.
Oh, and I
before.
sent the list. Yeah, I knew I was going to miss that. I was like looking at this giant list.
I don't ever look at his list. I'm like,
Weird.
I'm just gonna look up the games myself.
My lists are a guideline, not a definitive source.
But
just so you
it
know.
was, so based on an interesting IP, it's based on books. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six with Eagle Watch Missions is what it's called. This is kind of a stretch. It's a shooting game. I've played some Rainbow Six. I know they are popular.
Mm-hmm.
They're not my cup of tea, if I recall, from what I played.
Yeah.
And this has been a long time ago. But, and then, so those are the 2 ones that I'm pretty sure are probably decent. Well, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, you cannot go wrong with that game. But the iffy one was Looney Tunes Space Race. Looney Tunes obviously being the IP. I'm not familiar with many, if any, Looney Tune games, and then being a space racing game makes it, just adds in all sorts of weirdness to it.
Oddly enough, like, I don't know of Looney Tune games, but there is a Tiny Toons adventure game that I played back in the day that I loved, and like
I think I played that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Tiny Toons is not Looney Tunes.
No, it's not.
Fair enough.
It is, but it isn't.
What's funny is there's like several Star Wars games on the Dreamcast. I don't think any of us picked any of those.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, that's fine. I looked at them, but I just don't.
Well, like, honestly, because I have so much going on, like, I was trying to look at games that wouldn't require a whole lot of game
Yeah.
play.
How many wrestling games did David?
I didn't pick any. I don't really want to play a bad wrestling game, and I think the best wrestling game on this system is okay. And I haven't even played it, so I can't even really speak for it. But that is what I hear. It's all right.
I did show you a meme this week that was like, oh, like the graphic. Look at how amazing the graphics are, and then it's like, here's what the graphics is, and it was like basically like the Mercy game that we played.
Yeah. The WWF Royal Rumble game is supposed to be all right. I just don't. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't pick it, so who cares? My first pick was Record of Lodoss War, which is based on a very old anime. It's kind of Diablo-esque. It's an action RPG.
Interesting.
Yeah, I had it. It was pretty cool. I got to a point where it got really hard at some point, and I didn't know how to get. Or I don't remember what happened. I remember it got hard at some point though, but it was pretty neat. Second one is Spider-Man, which this is a port of a PlayStation game actually, but it was supposed to be pretty good. Use the same engine as the Tony Hawk Pro Skater, but you're not skateboarding. You're Spider-Man. That'd be weird. And then the last one I picked was Gundam Side Story 0079 Rise from the Ashes, which this is based on a Gundam series. It's not the big flashy Gundams. This is more down-to-earth kind of war Gundams, which is the main reason why it's my iffy pick, because I'm not usually into like the modern-esque war stuff. And even though this has a giant robot, it still seems like it has sort of that like modern-day war feel to it. So, and also I don't know if it's good or not. I don't know. I think it did okay with Gundam fans, but I don't know if that means it's good in general. So, so those are my picks. So now we're each going to put a vote behind one of them to give it an extra chance in the randomizer. Hilary, which one are you going to vote for?
I'm going to vote for Marvel versus Capcom.
Okay. Steve, what are you voting for?
I'm going to vote Marvel vs. Capcom.
Okay.
And I think if we do get this one, we have to fight each other.
Yeah.
Like in the game, or just
no, in real life.
Because you are taking. It has to be me and her.
But we have to be in costumes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Boy. Okay. I'm actually also going to pick Marvel vs. Capcom too. I decided this.
I'm like going with peer pressure.
Yeah, and we're going to get something totally different than that, despite the fact that it says
4 chances.
4 chances. It's
literally a third of the possibility.
All right, we'll find out.
I mean, I wouldn't be. All of Hilary's choices are a little iffy.
Oh, I'm looking randomizer when I'm typing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 again.
I was wondering.
Oh boy, I'm having issues.
I wouldn't be. I don't know. Record of Lodoss War. I'm trying to figure out the gameplay of it.
I'm okay with playing any of these. I'm worried about Rainbow Six because it always seemed very complicated to me. But I don't know if it actually.
They were.
Yeah. So I'm a little worried about that, and it's also just not my genre either. Because again, modern war thing. But like, it's fine. Whatever. It's a popular one. People like it. Maybe I'll like it. I don't know. I did play one time. I played Tom Clancy Ghost something,
goodness.
but that was more like outside.
It is like Diablo.
Yeah,
all the
it's basically Diablo. I mean, I'm sure it has some differences, but all right. I don't know what that is.
7.
It is 7.
Didn't we have 7 last time?
I think so.
Okay.
Oh,
this game was posed
okay.
by Katakawa Shoten in 2001. It's an anime fantasy that lulls you into comfort before reminding you that death is permanent and hubris is expensive. Beautiful
Death
sprites.
is permanent.
Yeah, beautiful sprites, serious consequences, and absolutely no interest in holding your hand. We're going to be playing Record of the Lodoss War
Okay.
for Dreamcast. Get ready to hear someone yelling Deedlit a lot. If I remember right, that is a thing. Because Deedlit's a character.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what we're going to be playing, Record of the Lodoss War. That should be interesting.
This is an interesting character.
Yeah.
Strength 52, Dexterity 8, Intelligence 2.
I hope the name is Parn and not Porn. It looks like it's a little hard to read because it's kind of blurry when you zoom in. But anyway, all right. So Record of the Lodoss War. That's what we're going to be playing for the next week. We had to pick one of the more complicated. I don't know if it's that complicated. It's an action RPG.
Yeah, same.
It's just play Diablo. God damn it. Yeah. I think it's all right. It's been a long time, but I think it was good.
I can't complain that it's a David game. He hasn't had a pick in a while. So
I haven't actually. So I knew we were not going to get more, no matter how many people of us. I didn't know you were going to vote for it. I wasn't sure about you, but like I was like, there's no way somehow.
Because we all want it.
It's my fault because I was thinking like, oh, if there is a different game, it would be this one.
Yeah, it's your fault. That's right. Okay, so let's find out what kind of games we're going to be bringing.
Oh my god, it is Diablo. Look at it.
Yeah, it's Diablo. But yeah.
I'll watch the anime and...
You guys are so unwilling.
Well, I can watch the anime while I'm sewing.
You can, but I want to tell you about the gameplay. I don't think the anime looks like Diablo. I could be wrong. I've only seen a little bit of it. Jesus. Let's find out.
On Game Boy.
17.
Neo Geos.
Oh, Neo Geo systems. Okay. Interesting. So that's the Neo Geo, the Neo Geo CD, the Neo Geo Pocket, or the Neo Geo Pocket Color we're going to be picking from. Now, there are some genres that this system does not have. So if we have to reroll 3 times, then it goes to any game from these systems. So
what did we do before from this system?
Twinkle Star Sprites. And it was fantasy.
Okay.
Fantasy themed, yeah. I wasn't sure which thing you were asking.
I don't know.
Okay.
Right. I just know that we done something from the system.
14.
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi. Oh, that'll be easy. There's going to be a lot of choices. All right. So, wow, we really get like the genre ones for Neo Geos. All right, so we have to find a sci-fi themed Neo Geo game. There are plenty of them, I believe. So, that's what we're going to pick it from next time. And in the meantime, we'll be playing Record of Lodoss War. Play with us. If you have opinions on it, let us know what you think.
David will be playing it. I'll be playing Diablo, and she'll be watching the anime.
It's going to be a solo episode. And I'm going to tell you what I think of Record of Lodoss War in about 5 minutes, and then we're going to talk about Dragon Force the rest of the time. It's going to be amazing. All right. If you aren't already, follow us on Facebook. And we're on Instagram, yeah?
Yes. I haven't posted it in a long time on there, though.
I also Instagram, exactly. We have a Facebook group. Join that. We have a Discord. Join that. All that is in the show description. If you would like your games to be randomized, should we get a fan pick in the randomizer, make sure you tell us there what games you want. Be very specific if you would. System, what number of the series or whatever it is. That would be helpful, and we'll add that to the list. Just any games that you can think of. That's fine. Good games, bad games,
medium games,
middle
games.
Just games. Yeah. And we'll do it. It just has to be, within our retro thing. Don't say Elden Ring. It's not retro yet. You could say Dark Souls or Demon Souls, but these two will hate it so much. But, whatever. Not any more than they hated Dragon Force. So, whatever. It's fine. It's not going to be the worst thing that they played. But do all those things. Also, if you could give us stars or likes or hearts or whatever your thing.
Or rainbows.
Like, comment, share.
Yeah, comments especially really, really do help if they're positive. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to write a book. You say, like it. That's fine. That's fine, literally, but that would help us so much. So please do that. We don't have a Patreon, so that is the main way you can support us, that and sharing it with your friends or enemies or strangers, of course. That's great, too. You guys have anything else?
Nope.
All right, we're heading off to be in the Lodoss War.
Wars of the Lodoss.
There's lots of things going on. Anyway, we'll talk to you next time. Bye.
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 I'm just saying, if your ship is attracting flies from another planet, maybe you should clean your ship.